After a tantrum throwing Daki cold out for him, Gyutaro emerged from her body and quickly taking her to the another part of the room. He reattached her severe head, comforting her while doing so. Tengen attacked the pair, but Gyutaro quickly countered it, injuring the Hashira. He then complimented the demon slayer on stopping his attack. The demon sibling revealed that they are the one who holds the upper rank 6 moon position combinedly. The mysterious demon further complemented Tengen's face, skin, flesh, and the height, as well as his presumed popularity with the women. Feeling envious of the Hashira, Gyutaro threatened him with the painful death. Hearing Daki's complaints about Nezuko's involvement, he promised to exact vengeance upon all those who had hurt her. Throwing his sickle-like weapons with great force, which returned to him shortly afterwards, Gyutaro was unable to injure Tengen or the bystanders he was protecting. He restated his envy of Hashira, which only increased when the demon slayer revealed that he had 3 wives. The mysterious demon unleashed his blood demon art, flying blood sickles, a barrage of blood blades. His attack accomplished nothing as Tengen escaped through the hole he made in the floor, which surprised the demon. Gyutaro commanded his attack to turn, revealing its auto-tracking nature. Tengen deflected the attack again, throwing and then detonating several small bombs in the Gyutaro's face. Wrapped in his sister's sash, Gyutaro withstood the blast, smugly stating they are the one. This demon informed his opponent he was different from the previous Hashira he had fought, once again expressing his envy at Tengen's talent. Hashira remained silent as the sound Hashira rejected his claims, who cited there are much stronger Hashira. They possess the examples of amazing talent, but countered by demanding to know how much flying blood sickle's poison had not killed the demon slayer yet. Moments later, Gyutaro grinned and declared Tengen's statement of poison resistance to be bluff and blocked the Hashira's twin blade with his dual sickles. Clashing briefly with his opponent, Gyutaro was furious at Tengen's kicking his sister. He was then surprised as Tengen threw more bombs at him and his sister, which he managed to escape unscratched. He quickly detected the true nature of the bombs, special gunpowder capable of hurting demons, leaving him confident in their eventual victory, but was surprised as Tengen's sword strike extended. Marveling at the Hashira's grip strength, Gyutaro deflected the attack but was left with a slight wound to his neck. He warned Tengen of his impending death, only to be surprised by the arrival of Inosuke and Densu. This upper moon 6 demon reiterated his death threat, believing the arrival of Hashira's subordinates to be insufficient. Tengen remained confident in their victory, having deduced that cutting off both of siblings' head off at the same time was the key of success, but Gyutaro assured him it won't be that easy to accomplish. He also mentioned how he and his sister had eaten numerous hashira, 15 and 7 respectively. He then watched silently as Daki was taken on the roof by Gensu, Inosuke going to assist the two-headed youth in their fight, but remained confident that she would prevail. Utilizing his connection to his sibling, Gyutaro closed one of his eyes and quickly attacked Tanjiro. He nearly struck a blow to youth's neck but was thwarted by Tengen at the last second, causing him to only stab him in his chin, merely inches away from the fatal strike, and proceeded to exchange a flurry of blows with his opponent. In the middle of this clash, Oni from his sister's conflict above them descended, prompting Gyutaro to call Tengen's claim of success to be a lie, as well as labeling his adversaries as a compliment for lack of movement control. The Demon Slayer can be seen engaging in the battle with the two demons of Entertainment District, fighting ferociously on the rooftop and inside one of the brothels. As the building begins to collapse, Tengen finds himself getting cornered between two of Gyutaro's attack. However, Tanjiro jumps in and manages to protect him from these slashes. Tengen proceeds to use sound breathing fifth form sting performed to try to corner Gyutaro, but Daki's Obi interferes and protects her brother from the attacks. The sound hashira begins to be pushed back by the Obi. However, Tanjiro moves in to cut the Obi and try to distract Gyutaro. Meanwhile, on the rooftop, Inosuke and Gensu can be seen struggling as they try to evade the attack from the Daki's Obi. The boys realize that the Daki is now attacking them with the blood blades used by the Gyutaro, making it impossible for them to approach her. The brothel has been destroyed. Tengen and Tanjiro are left to fight Gyutaro and the Obi beneath the night sky. On the nearby rooftop, one of the wife of Sound Hashira appears carrying a large box filled with kunai darts and proceeds to launch dozens of them down below onto Gyutaro. At first, he is left confused behind the random attack, but then Gyutaro utilizes his blood demon art tempest to deflect them away. Gyutaro is left shocked when Tengen proceeds to attack him despite getting pierced with the darts. He attempts to decapitate him with his sickles. However, Tengen manages to evade his attack and successfully cut off his legs. At the moment, Gyutaro is struck on the neck by one of the kunai dart and fails to regenerate his feet. Realizing that the darts were coated with Wisteria extract. As his body began to go numb, Tanjiro closes in on him, trying to cut his head, leaving him seething with curiosity as the Demon Slayer quickly gained the upper hand. However, at the moment, Gyutaro manages to regenerate his leg and proceed to attack them at a close velocity. He uses his blood demon art to emit numerous blade slashes to attack them. Before they can reach him, Tengen grabs hold of Tanjiro and throws him back to protect him from the attack. Within seconds, Tengen uses sound breathing fourth form and slashes the Gyutaro's attack but finds that he has disappeared from the sight. To his horror, he looks up the roof to see that Gyutaro has managed to capture his wife and about to kill her. Tengen tries to save her, however Daki's Obi blocks him from reaching her. Tengen yells at Gyutaro to stop her as he tries to push through. Tanjiro comes close to the building and tries to use the Hinokami Kagura to reach her, however his body refuses to listen to him. Tanjiro quickly changes his tactic and uses a form of the water breathing to quickly save Hina from Gyutaro. Realizing that he manages to save Hina, Tanjiro decided to utilize both the water form as well as the Hinokami Kagura in order to increase his attacking power. Gyutaro is left surprised by Tanjiro's unexpected maneuver and charges at him. However, at the moment, Tengen comes behind Gyutaro and swings his blade at Gyutaro's neck while openly yelling that he owes Tanjiro. By also trying to swing his blade down onto Gyutaro's neck. However, the demon manages to use his sickles to hold both of their attack and attempts to absorb their blade. Tengen uses his free arm to use his second blade to pierce the Gyutaro, but his quick reflexes allow him to catch the tip of the blade in his mouth. Sensing that Gyutaro is about to unleash more blood blades, Tengen yells Tanjiro to hang in there as Hina yanks Tanjiro away from them, allowing Tengen to leap off the roof while pulling the demon with him. As Inosuke runs away with Daki's decapitated head, Gyutaro suddenly appears behind him and impales him through the chest. Tanjiro looks on in horror as Gyutaro grabs Daki's head while Inosuke collapses on the roof. He then looks down on the ground and is once again horrified to see Tengen lying bleeding and irresponsive. Gensu tries to warn Tanjiro of the oncoming Obi attack, but before he can escape, the roof collapses from the beneath him, and Tanjiro falls to the ground, seemingly buried beneath the rubble. As Tanjiro withers on the ground in the pain, Gyutaro proceeds to berate him of his weaknesses and pulls him by the hair. He teases Tanjiro and tells him to try to decapitate him, but instead of attacking him, he slaps his hand on a small bag and hangs his head down in the defeat. Believing that he broke Tanjiro's fighting spirit, he reveals his grand idea of offering Tanjiro the opportunity to become a demon for the sake of his sister. Tanjiro suddenly looks up into the sky and Gyutaro asks him if he is trying to hold back his tear, but to his surprise, Tanjiro responds that he has been preparing for the moment. With his face getting close to Gyutaro's, Tanjiro brings his head down and headbutts him with a great force, momentarily stunning him. Daki screams at him to get up, but his legs flutter and looks down to discover that kunai dart has been lodged into his leg. He realizes that when Tanjiro had looked down, he opened a bag given to him by Hina, which contains Wisteria poison. Tanjiro manages to stand up while Gyutaro remains paralyzed and crouched before him and uses his remaining strength to swing the blade down onto his neck. Having regained his footing and subdued Gyutaro, Tanjiro manages to draw his blade onto Gyutaro's neck and press down to try to decapitate him. As he tried to force the blade down, Tanjiro envisions himself in Gyutaro's place and thinks that if he were in his situation, he would want his comrade to kill him before he could live as a demon. Tanjiro continues to struggle to try to cut through the Gyutaro's neck, but before he can do so, Gyutaro manages to emit his blood blades to repel his sword. Tanjiro is knocked off balance as Gyutaro regains his footing, causing them to re-engage in the battle. Gyutaro gains the upper hand and brings his sickles down onto Tanjiro's neck. However, at the moment, Tengen regains his consciousness and protects him from the sickle. Despite being severely poisoned and missing his left hand, Tengen engages in the head-to-head combat with Gyutaro while remaining that he's perfected the musical score technique. It is revealed that his techniques allow him to analyze maneuvers of his opponents and read them like notes on a piece of a sheet music. However, the poison has hindered his attacking ability, meaning that he can only defend Gyutaro's attack. Gyutaro manages to land a powerful attack to the left side of Tengen's face, resulting in the loss of his left eye, and proceed to stab Tengen. Tanjiro yells out to Tengen after witnessing him get stabbed, but Tengen orders him to ignore him and jump. Tanjiro leaps into the air toward Gyutaro and attempts to decapitate him, but it's seemingly stabbed through the jaw by Gyutaro's sickle. The demon begins to panic as they gain the upper hand and pulsate his poison to try to kill Tanjiro. However, he proceeds to endure the pain and swing his blade toward Gyutaro. It is revealed that the demon siblings were able to keep the demon slayer at the bay through a hidden ability. During the battle, Gyutaro was controlling his sister and was able to see through her point of view, giving them the advantage. Tanjiro can be seen swinging his blade down onto Gyutaro's neck, despite the demon's sickle piercing through his jaw. His arm strength isn't enough to slice through his neck, so he resorts to forcing his entire body to push through, ignoring the pain. Gyutaro notices the changes in Tanjiro's scar as he develops a demon slayer mark and his eyes roll back in his head. The change in his demeanor proved to be too great as Tanjiro's blade cut through Gyutaro's neck, causing him to panic. Meanwhile, Daki can be seen resisting Gensu's attempt to decapitate him. She attempts to use her obi to kill Gensu as a close range, but Inosuke unexpectedly rushes up, revealing that he protected his heart from being stabbed by rearranging his organ. He also revealed that poison has no effect on him since he was raised on the mountains The three boys let out a roar as they muster out the strength to slice through the demon necks. After the long battle, Gensu and Inosuke managed to decapitate Daki up to on the rooftop, while Tanjiro can be seen killing Gyutaro on the ground at the same time. Their heads fall on the ground and roll around until they end up face to face. This is the end for Upper Moon rank 6 and also the retirement for Sound Hashira because he already lost one arm and one eye.